FOMO. The fear of missing out. This mental framework is experienced by a lot of young people. People graduating high school, or in high school, people going into college, people outside of college. This mental framework of FOMO can carry on even to 30s and 40s. And all it does is prevent you from finding yourself. Because you're too busy following everyone else. You see, FOMO, the fear of missing out, is a fear. It's a fear that prevents you from knowing what the right thing for you to do is, because you're too caught up in the hype. Your friends go out, they're drinking, it's a Thursday night, you've got an early morning class, or you've got things you want to do tomorrow, and you're like, well, I can't miss out on this. So you say fuck it. You go out. You drink, end up spending all night out. Maybe had a decent time with the boys or your friends. It's now 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. The next day, you wake up feeling like shit. You don't get any of the work done that you had to get done. Or you slept through your class. And you've made no progress. You've made no progress. All you've done is had the experience of going out. Something you've done many times. For no apparent celebration, just simply because everyone else was doing it. And you were too scared to not be in on that action. So the fundamental problem with the FOMO framework is pretty simple. While you're scared of missing out on the people that are out drinking, or out doing this, or doing that, those people are missing out on the experience that you're having. Now granted, that experience at this time is just being like, damn, I wish I was there. So maybe that's not the best experience that the people that are out are missing out on. However, if you're taking that time that you're not with them to work on yourself, to do self-care, or go to the gym, or go to bed early so you can wake up the next day and have a productive day and make progress, then all those people that are out, while they aren't missing out on being out and getting drunk, they are missing out on the experience of building respect for yourself, on the experience of progressing towards your goals. And so down the line, while they still won't be missing out on the experience of going out and getting drunk, because they'll still be doing that, they will be missing out on achieving success, on having gotten to where you wanted to go because you sacrificed going out and being part of the crowd. There's no such thing as missing out on life. There's no such thing. Because no matter what, you're living life. Who's to say what's better or worse? The experience of staying at home and drinking some tea and doing some work is still a life experience. You can't not experience life at every moment of the day. As long as you are breathing, you are experiencing life. Watching this video right now, you are experiencing life. And right now you're experiencing learning about FOMO, because maybe that's a problem that you struggle with. And maybe you saw the title of this video and you thought, maybe this is something I should try to overcome. Maybe this is holding me back in some way. It is. It's holding you back in every way. So now a fundamental thing with FOMO is it can get very scary when it comes down to things like drugs. Let's say cocaine. If you're at a party, everyone's doing cocaine, and you feel like you don't want to miss out. You don't want to feel left out. You don't want to miss out on the experience. Everyone's like hyperactive and fucking snorting lines. So you say, give me some of that. Let me do a line. Somebody asks you, you want a line? You're not going to say no. What, are you going to look not cool? Oh, I got to do coke in order to fit in. Now, talking about this, obviously, you see how stupid this sounds. How ridiculous this all is. The whole idea of FOMO, especially in a setting like that. But this is a real thing that a lot of people struggle with. And chances are, if you're watching this video, you struggle with it too. I struggled with it in high school. I always had a backbone where I knew I wasn't going to do no cocaine. But not everybody has that developed backbone. Some people grow up in an environment and conditioning where it's a normal thing to do drugs. And that's unfortunate. Allow yourself to be you. Allow yourself to like what you like. Allow yourself to not like what you don't like. You don't want to do cocaine. You've heard a million times how that fucks up people's lives, people's families, careers, everything. People end up in jail. It fucks up your whole system. You know for a damn fact that you don't want to do cocaine. Even if you're addicted to it, you don't want to do that shit. You know it's fucking up your life. So, how do we get out of this mindset where I want to fit in, I have FOMO, I want to experience the whole getting drunk, doing cocaine, going out with these people, doing this, going here, smoking this. I can't miss out on those memories. How do we get from this whole framework of lacking without all these other people doing these other things that they don't even want to be doing? How do we get from there to, now you know what? I want to take care of myself today. I want to bring myself one step closer to my goals today. And then tomorrow, I'll bring myself another step closer. And by the end of the week, I'll be 7 steps closer to my goal. Whereas if I chose to drink, I would fall 2 steps behind, maybe build 2 steps back up, drink again, fall 2 steps behind. I would make no progress. I would be no closer to my goals. And 1 year goes by, 2 years goes by. You graduate high school, you graduate college. Years after that, you still are doing the same thing, and you have made no progress. And before you know it, your life will be coming to an end, and you'll not have achieved the things that you wanted to. Because you're too busy following the people that aren't achieving anything. The way you switch this mental framework is by taking the time to find out what you like to do, find out what you like about yourself, and making that in writing, making that very apparent so there's no blurred lines. So if FOMO is something that you want to conquer, if you're tired of following the crowd and you want to actually accomplish things, because if you haven't noticed, the crowd is not accomplishing shit. The people that are accomplishing things, the greats, they stop following the crowd, and now the crowd tries to follow them. But they don't see the work that they're putting in. They don't see what's happening behind the scenes. If you want to conquer this mentality, which you are very capable of doing no matter your situation, no matter any addictions, anything like that, here's a perfectly capable, actionable step. Write down on a piece of paper or in your journal, write down at the top of the paper 100 things that I love about myself. 100 things. And force yourself to come up with 100 things that you love about yourself. You might get 10 in, you might get 20 in, you might get 30 in, and you're like, damn, like I don't know what else. Force yourself to come up with more things. There are more things that you can appreciate about yourself. Little quirks, idiosyncrasies, things other people don't even know about, things you like to do. Write down 100 things you love about yourself. Even if you feel like you can't find any love for yourself, force yourself to do that. And you will see that there is more to you than you allow yourself to see. That's actionable step number 1. Actionable step number 2 is right at the top of a piece of paper of the next page of your journal. Things that make me happy or bring me joy. Write that at the top of the paper and write down as many things as you can think of that bring you joy. Things that you do, whether it be playing an instrument or reading a book or just straight up relaxing. And I'm not talking about pleasure. I'm talking about joy. Fulfillment. Maybe you like to dance. Maybe you like to rock climb. Maybe you like to play basketball. Whatever it is that actually brings you real joy, not just pleasure. Not watching porn, not watching Netflix. I mean, maybe once in a while, like having a self-care movie, sure, whatever. Something that actually brings you joy. Write as many things as you can. As many activities, taking a hot bath, taking a cold shower, whatever it is. And then on the page next to it, or in another column, write down things that stress me out. And write down as many activities or things that you know that you've done before that have led to more stress in your life. Like staying up late. Like eating something unhealthy. Like judging yourself. Write down as many activities or things that have made you stress out in life. Like skipping a workout to go smoke with some friends. When you have these two lists done of things that bring you joy and things that bring you stress, it becomes evidently clear, without question, what you should do next. What you should do tomorrow. What you should do in weeks from now when you forgot you did this. You go back to this list, you look at it, and you say, I'm going to do something that makes me happy, because if you don't, then you want to be miserable. And that's a whole nother thing. So a lot of people feel that they deserve to be miserable because they don't forgive themselves for something, or they regret something. And I will talk about self-forgiveness in another video. But there should be no reason that you are doing the things on the "these things stress me out" list unless you are trying to escape. And usually trying to escape is escaping your circumstances and escaping yourself. But the problem is you can never escape yourself. And the more that you escape yourself, or try to, the more there is to escape, or try to. Because you're becoming a worse and worse version of yourself. Start doing the things that truly bring you joy. Start looking at yourself with value, with seeing the things that you do love about yourself, with seeing the things that do make you different from other people, that make you unique, that make you you. And I guarantee you'll start to see FOMO dissolve, because the experience you're having is worth way more than going out and being part of the crowd. You've got this. I'll see you guys next time.